Hey, Alex at Mazda of Orange. How are you guys doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Having a fantastic day. It's always a beautiful day at Mazda of Orange. So I want to do a comparison test for the Mazda 3 Hatchback and the CX-30. Now they may look different in person, but they're pretty identical in terms of the spec sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and compare the CX-30 versus the Mazda 3 Hatchback, so that way it'll make your buying decision a little easier. Now these two are the Carbon Editions, so meaning that they're both finished in the polymetal gray paint, which is almost like a flat blue in person. So it's a gorgeous color, but it has to be seen in person to really appreciate this. And both are finished in red leather as well. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the differences, the similarities between the two, so that way, again, it'll make your decision that much easier. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, please let me know. You can either leave a comment down below, or you can message me directly. So we're going to start off with the Mazda 3, and then we'll hop into the CX-30. So see you in a sec. Alright guys, so this is the Mazda 3 Hatchback. Now, in terms of the exterior, it's going to be similar to the CX-30. The Carbon Edition is going to get the high gloss black 18-inch wheels, and that's going to be the same for the CX-30 over here. Both are going to have the high gloss black side mirrors as well. Now both do share a high gloss black front grille, as you can see here, as well as here. Both do share front LED headlights and LED taillights. Now the CX-30 is more of a rugged car, so you get more plastic cladding on the bottom right there to handle more terrain, as well as the size, as the Mazda 3 does have a flat black front lip, but it's not going to have that black plastic cladding. It's going to be body color, so it's not going to handle as much abuse if you go up to the mountains, things like that. So in terms of ground clearance, you can tell that the CX-30 does sit higher than the Mazda 3. Now how they differ: the Mazda 3 ground clearance is about 5.5 inches, and the CX-30's ground clearance is going to be about 8 inches. So you get more ground clearance in the CX-30. So again, if you're more into that rugged look, sports, hiking, going off trail, then the CX-30 would be the car for you. Now in terms of height, the CX-30 again is going to win over the Mazda 3, 61.7 inches in height versus the Mazda 3's 56.7 inches in height. Length, they're pretty identical. It's going to be 173 inches in length for the CX-30 versus 175.6 inches. Now, of course, cargo is a big thing for both cars. That's why you get the hatch. So in the Mazda 3, pretty big opening, pretty deep. You do have a floor mat here. Once you lift that up, you have a spare. Back seats do fold down, and then also you have this cargo tray here. Now going to the CX-30, there is a cargo tray optional, but this one does not have it. Same like the Mazda 3, some have it, some don't. Now again, you do have a spare, just like the Mazda 3. This one is deep too. You got all-weather floor mats on this one, and the back seats do fold down. Now in terms of cargo space, the CX-30 is going to have 20.2 inches of cargo space. As for the Mazda 3, you're looking at 20.1, so you're really looking at a 0.1 difference between the two in terms of cargo capacity. So let's hop on in the Mazda 3, and I'll go ahead and show what the Mazda 3 Carbon hatch has over the CX-30 hatch in terms of the standard equipment on the Carbon Edition. So be back in a sec. Alright guys, so we're hopping in the Mazda 3 Hatchback Carbon Edition. Before we hop in, I just want to showcase these red leather seats. You do have 8-way power adjusted front driver seats with lumbar support. And then you also have 2-person memory down there. Now this Carbon Edition Mazda 3 does have the optional Bose audio system. And it's going to be a 10 speaker system over the standard 8 speaker system from Mazda. This one does have your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, but it's not wireless, so you do have to plug it into a USB. And then you have your sources. You have your FM, AM, Pandora, Bluetooth, and you can also listen to, you can plug it in USB and listen to music that way, or you can, again, plug it in, get your Apple CarPlay or your Android Auto, whatever device you do have. Now below you do have your dual climate controls, so driver's side can have their own temperature, passenger can have their own temperature, so that's very nice to have in this car. Now you do have heated front seats as well. You do have a nice leather shift knob. Once you put it in reverse, you do get a standard backup camera. There is no trajectory in the back, but you do have the guidance lines, but they do not move. You do have a sport mode button right here, so that's going to adjust the throttle response. It's going to make it feel faster. It's not going to make the car, it's not going to increase the horsepower or anything like that. It's just going to make the car feel faster. So mainly going up a hill. You do have your radar cruise control down here, and then you have your mirror. Just flip up. You do have sunglass holder, and then you also have a moonroof as well. You have blind spot monitoring standard in both the Mazda 3 Hatchback and the CX-30. Lane keep assist, radar cruise control. When you do put it in reverse, you do have your rear collision warning with pedestrian warning as well. So that's nice. And this car will fully stop for you if you fail to brake in time. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop in the back, and I'll go ahead and show you the leg space overall. So we'll be right back. Alright, so here we are in the Mazda 3 back side. You do have, again, the red leather seats. You do have your child support. You do have a center console here. Now, there is a nice padding on this. You do have your 2 cup holders. Passenger side has a pocket, but the driver's side does not. So just keep that in mind. Overall leg space back here is not bad. I'm about 5'9", 5'10". I have plenty of room. The seating position is where I want to be. And then also with the headspace, due to the sloping line of the hatch right here that you can see, headspace may be limited. So if you're about 6'2" or so, it's going to be a little cramped back here. So just keeping that in mind. The CX-30 is going to have overall better headspace because it's a little taller. But let me go ahead and turn the car off, and we'll go ahead and hop in the CX-30. Alright guys, so here we are in the CX-30. Right off the bat, pretty identical in terms of how it looks. You again have the red leather seats with the 8-way power front seats with lumbar support. Again, 2-person memory. So just like the Mazda 3 Hatchback, this one does come with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Again, it's not wireless, so you're going to have to plug it in. You do have your blind spot monitoring as standard, lane keep assist, rear collision warning. Once you put it in reverse, you also do get a backup camera as well. You gotta have a nice sunglass holder. Again, moonroof. So in terms of overall looks, it's about the same. You do sit higher off the ground, so if you're into that, or you want something that's a little lower, the CX-30 may or may not be your ride. But again, I like the seating position in the CX-30 over the Mazda 3 just because of that ride height difference. But it's personal preference, really. You do have heated seats, dual climate control, so everything is about the same in terms of functionality in both cars. But let's go ahead and hop in the back and I'll show you the rear legroom and we'll wrap this up. Alright guys, so here we are in the back seat of the CX-30. Again, you have bread bucket seats. You do have the child anchors right there as well. Just like the Mazda 3, you do get a back pocket for the passenger side, but you don't get anything for the driver's side. Now, the main difference is between the two is you do get rear AC vents back here, unlike the Mazda 3. So just keep that in mind if you do haul more people back here. CX-30 is going to be a better fit. And then again, you have nice padded armrest here with 2 cup holders, nice grips right here. But overall, CX-30, Mazda 3, very similar cars. Alright guys, so you're probably asking, what's the MSRP on both cars? So Mazda 3, you're looking at about $27,750, and for the CX-30, you're looking at about $28,590. So pretty similar in price, not much of a difference really. But you have to ask yourself, you want a lower car or you want a higher vehicle? So, I mean, honestly, for me, again, CX-30, I like it over the Mazda 3, but again, personal preference. If you are into that rugged look, CX-30. If you want that sporty look, Mazda 3. In terms of gas mileage, pretty similar. So Mazda 3, you're looking at 26 city, 34 highway, about 29 combined. And for the CX-30, you're looking at 24 city, 31 highway, and 26 combined. The Mazda CX-30's gas tank is about 12.7 gallons versus the Mazda 3's 13.2 gallons. So you're getting a little bit of a bigger tank on the Mazda 3 hatch over the CX-30. But that pretty much wraps up the video. Let me know what you think, which car you like more, Mazda 3 or CX-30. To me, again, CX-30 is the way to go. But if you have any questions on either cars or any cars in our inventory, please let me know. I am here to assist you guys. And if you're looking for a vehicle, I'm here for you. So, again, please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share this with your friends if they're into these cars and the market for these cars. But until next time, guys, have a great day. Take care, and I'll see you soon.